Welcome to Scouching's first Calder Trophy Power Ranking of the 2024-25 NHL season. We're going to be periodically taking a look at the rookie class this season and basically submitting what I would put in as a ballot. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll see how things look. I'm a really big fan of this year's NHL rookie class, and there's a lot of really talented players who are making a case to earn this award. And the first one I want to highlight at number 5 is Carolina's Jackson Blake. Now, Jackson Blake is a guy who has been outperforming my expectations since I remember watching him when he was 17. He is pretty small, but he's a competitive kid with a lot of skill. He's been playing in the bottom end of Carolina's lineup with names like Will Carrier and Jack Drury. So these are some decent line mates at the bottom of the lineup to play with. He's competitive, he's getting to the net for his scoring chances. He's been doing quite well in general. I think that this is a player who is learning the ropes and coming along much better than I thought he would. Is he going to win the Calder Trophy this year? Probably not. I don't think that's going to happen. But as the number 5 guy on my ballot, I can easily see a case that he deserves a spot here. We'll see how the rest of the season goes, but I've been impressed with Jackson Blake to this point. Up at number 4 is a bit of a surprise to me and probably you watching this video, and Maxim Tsyplakov of the New York Islanders. This is a guy I knew very little about going into the season, and I certainly didn't expect him to be as much of a positive impact player as he has been. He's been playing with names like Brock Nelson and Kyle Palmieri largely this season, which are really good line mates to play with and a pretty decent role in the middle of the lineup, playing 15-16 minutes a night. But he's been a really good net positive player at both ends of the ice and on both sides of the puck. He's quietly effective, he's skilled enough to make it work, he's got some pretty decent finishing ability from short and mid-range. I do think this is a pretty impressive rookie season for a player. Yes, he's an old man, he's 26 years old, whatever, but the award does not really discriminate against older rookies. It is the best rookie in their first NHL season, and Tsyplakov counts. So to me, I think he's been having a really good year, and I don't think he's going to win the trophy, but I do think he deserves a little bit of recognition for the play that he has had, at least up to this point in the season. At number 3, I don't know if this is going to alienate some people, but this top 3 is extremely close to me. We're going to go to Montreal and look at Lane Hutson here. Now, he has been playing with David Savard, who has not been amazing this season, and Lane Hutson, at 20 years old and 5'9", playing 20, 25, even 30 minutes a night some nights. Just for context, out of all the games he's played up until the point of recording, he's only played under 20 minutes 3 times. That's an amazing achievement regardless of who you are, especially being Lane Hutson. So this is a player who I think has been given an incredibly difficult role and done a pretty good job of it, all things considered. Montreal hasn't been an amazing team, especially defensively, but he seems to be one of the more positive players in that area. But he clearly is showcasing some serious potential with a great performance on the power play this season and a pretty good offensive output as well. So for Lane Hutson, I feel like he's a guy that deserves a spot in the finalist range. I don't know if he's going to win, but in terms of role and responsibility, I don't think there's a rookie out there that has more of a responsibility on their team, but what matters is how things go from here until the end of the season. I have my eyes firmly trained on Hutson from here. I'm going to be really excited to see how the rest of the year goes. He could very easily be number 1 on my list, if not now, later in the year and at the end of the season, all things considered. But this top group is really strong to me and really close, so let's move on to number 2. Number 2, we have Macklin Celebrini of the San Jose Sharks. Now, this is a bit of an optimistic read, considering at this point he's only played a handful of games, but I have really enjoyed watching him in the games that he has played. Granted, the defensive game and the physicality of the NHL is still a bit of a learning process for him, but considering he's been playing with names like Michael Granlund and Ty Dellandrea and Tyler Toffoli, these are not incredible NHL players, but he is learning the ropes here, and I do think that there are some incredible high-end plays that we've seen out of him. When he plays on the power play, he's been doing a really good job with San Jose there. This is a team that needs all the help they can get, and for an 18-year-old kid playing first or second line minutes, he's been really impressive overall. I think this is going to be a really interesting season for Celebrini from here. There are things he needs to learn and maybe evolve, but I don't think that it's so bad that he doesn't deserve recognition in the top 3 of this year's Calder. I'm really excited to see him for the rest of the season. As of right now, he's probably not my number 1 pick, and I feel like Lane Hutson also could deserve a number 2 look here, but I think from what I have seen, I think there's a lot of upside left in Celebrini in the near future. And finally, at number 1, we have what will not be a surprise to any viewers of the show or fans of my work in Logan Stankoven of the Dallas Stars. I will admit, I am biased towards this player. But no matter which way you slice it, yes, he had experience last year in the playoffs and did quite well. He still counts as a rookie, and he has been doing an extremely good job at what it is that he does. He's playing with Roope Hintz and Jamie Benn, and he doesn't look out of place playing with players of that caliber. He's been a net positive offensive player, a net positive defensive player. I feel like when you look at his deeper analytics, he's bound to regress in terms of goal scoring, and he just keeps pulling play in the right direction no matter when he's on the ice and regardless of the game he's in. He's playing around the middle of the lineup a lot, kind of moving up and down in terms of ice time this season, but regardless, no matter which way you slice it, he has been an excellent player for the Dallas Stars this year, who are no slouches this year and could be contenders for a Stanley Cup. He's aggressive, he's tenacious, he's skilled, he can shoot, he can pass. There's all kinds of things that Stankoven brings to the game, and I feel like he is a player who very easily could be a Calder Trophy winner at the end of the season. So that's going to be it. That is my first ballot for the Calder Trophy this season. In the coming weeks and months, we'll have more of these and taking an updated look on the rookie landscape in the NHL. It's an extremely close class to me, and it's extremely deep, and I'm really excited about these guys. The top 3 for me especially are guys that will be difficult to knock out of that spot, and they might move around over the course of the season, but I am a big fan of this year's rookie class. If you liked the video, please be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check out Scouching.ca, where a subscription will get you all kinds of perks like a Discord server and data tables for drafted and undrafted prospects, plenty of other cool stuff that you can check out at Scouching.ca. So thanks very much, and we'll see you in the next one in the coming weeks. We got lots of cool content coming to the channel, so stay tuned.